What is going on YouTube? It is your boy Sir Jorge D. Great bringing you Week 3's Team Builder for the APM Junior Division. This week we are facing off on Noemetagross and their Chapala River, I believe is the name of their team. Currently your San Ant Eggys are sitting 2-0. We have a nice, strong start to the season. And this week we're actually facing off some interesting teams, or an interesting team nonetheless. Again, if you guys are enjoying my content, please make sure you are subscribed. Yeah, again, I mean, if you're not, then don't bother. But yeah, please show your support for your San Ant Eggys as we do, develop and whatnot. So let's look over at Steam. They have the Excadrill, the Tyranitar, the Clefable, the Gyarados, the Rotom Heat, the Xatu, the Roselia, the Volbeat, the Passimian, and the Lapras. It's actually kind of funny. Each week I have faced off against a variant of Rotom. Actually, it went off the Elementals. I went off Rotom Wash week 1, Mo week 2, and now Heat week 3. But looking at his team, obviously he has a very dangerous Sand Core team with the Excadrill and Tyranitar as obviously his biggest threat. He also has the Clefable, which is a very, very annoying Fairy-type Pokemon. He also has Gyarados, which can easily set up with a Dragon Dance and then really pick up our boosted attack with a Moxie Kill. He has Rotom Hope, which can be very annoying and can just pivot around as he so pleases. He has the Xatu, which is a Psychic type, and unfortunately we do not have a Dark type. So Xatu pretty much can click any Psychic type move, and we don't have much of a resistance to it. Well, besides the exception of Ferrothorn, in which case he could bring Heat Wave. He has a Roselia, which is a very bulky Pokemon which has access to Eviolite, and then he has Volbeat, which is another Eviolite user, also have Overcoat, so that it won't take damage from the Sandstorm. Next up he has Passimian, which can be one of the choice cards said to find if I even had webs, or if I decided to bring it against like a Gooey Shido, that could be a possibility. And then finally his Lapras, which makes sense if he brings it because it does have Water Absorb, and making my Water type moves basically useless. And we are a rain team. With that out of the way, let's sort of go over what we have, bring it, and why we're bringing it. Also, notice there's a little bit different to the layout. This is a post-comp, FYI, so instead of having the Pokemon already out, I just had to have the matchup up on the screen until the battle. So yeah, let's get into it. So our first Pokemon that we are going to be bringing is going to be Nigel, the Pelipper with a Choice Scarf set. We're bringing Surf, Ice Beam, Hurricane, and U-Turn. So the reason we're running 56 HP, modest 8 defense, 252 attack, and 192 speed. So the idea behind here is that this is sort of our way to kill off Excadrill or Tyranitar, the bulk of his Sand Core. Ice Beam and Hurricane really just does a number to his team, and this is sort of like, so again, this is like supposedly he does kill all of our Pokemon, which is unfortunate. Pelipper can come in on the Excadrill or the Tyranitar, get rid of the Sand, and in this case, we're actually outspeeding a 252 Jolly Excadrill if they brought that. And we actually knock it out with a Surf. It's 100% guaranteed chance since we are so offensively heavy. U-Turn obviously pivot around. Hurricane Ice Beam is just good cover overall. We hit the Passimian, we hit the Roselia. It's our only way to hit Lapras. Xatu does not appreciate an Ice Beam. Rotom Heat does not appreciate a Surf. Gyarados does not appreciate a Hurricane or Ice Beam. Clefable, doesn't appreciate a Surf. And the Tyranitar and Excadrill really don't appreciate that Surf either. But yeah, very, very basic team. I was really hoping to have like Freeze Dry or another move for that Gyarados, but we just didn't get it. It would have been cool to click Freeze Dry on it, but Pelipper doesn't actually learn it. I thought it did for some reason. But yeah, that is it. That is our Pelipper set. Next up, I'm actually setting this next Pokemon for last. It's going to be Heliolisk, another Choice Scarf set. Yes, I know it's weird. Bring it another Choice Scarf set. This is really to check the Gyarados after it clicks a Dragon Dance at +1. So running 252 speed, 252 modest. Surf, U-Turn, Thunderbolt, Hyper Voice. Again, very similar. We're running Dual Stab, and the Surf for that Gyarados if it comes down to it. U-Turn for momentum. Again, I don't want to lose momentum, and we're sort of forced to switch out to another Pokemon because he goes into his Excadrill. But besides that, Thunderbolt is really does a tremendous amount of team. Surf again in the rain is going to do a tremendous amount, and Hyperverse is just a good stab overall for those monsters who resist both Thunderbolt and Surf. And yeah, pretty simple. And let's get on to the next Pokemon. I do have notes over here mind you, so I can go. So yeah. Anyways, next up we do have Fast Fish running a choice scarf set. Jorge, what are you thinking? Yes, at the time being, it seemed like a good set. Post battle, yeah. The reason why I sort of ran this was because in the off chance that Polyper does go down and we do lose our rank, and for some reason Tyranitar is still up or he has sand up and he's choice scarf Excadrill, we still outspeed it. We outspeed a +2 or technically a +3 Excadrill in the sand. And unfortunately we don't kill it back, which sounds weird to say because this is Beershita, but we do outspeed it, which is very important. That's pretty much it. We're bringing forward tag, liquidation for psychic things and poison jab, because overall this does a tremendous amount to his team. It's a stat, or liquidation KOs the Excadrill, the Tyranitar, poison jab hits the Clefable. Gyarados does not appreciate his psychic things or poison jab. Rotom Heat obviously does not appreciate liquidation. Zatu does not appreciate a liquidation in the rain. Roselia does not like psychic things. Volbeat does not. Volbeat's pretty bulky, might live a hit or two. Pissimian does not appreciate psychic things. And the Lapras does not appreciate Brick Break. Also, we're bringing Brick Break just in case he is Aurora Veil. Lapras by off chance. It could happen, you never know. But yeah, that's our Fast Fish set. Now going on with our more bulkier Pokemon, with the exception of our last one. First up, we do have Ashido, the Guja with the Assault Vest. This week, we're running max HP, but basically max HP, max attack with some speed investment. I believe the speed was to outspeed one of his, Guja is 80 speed. I believe it's for, the Gyarados. If you just had to bring 0 speed Gyarados for some odd reason, which I highly doubt. And then we're running Dragon Pulse, Sludge Wave, Surge, Thunderbolt. Overall, all these moves just, checks this team pretty well, in my opinion. With the exception of probably especially bulky Roselia. And I like this set a lot. It just made sense to me. I like Gui a lot because for the Excadrill and the he has a lot of physical hitters in the form of Volibee, Pissimian, Tyranitar, and Excadrill, and Gyarados specifically. So those bigger threats are physical attackers, and they're probably going to be using a contact move. And the goal is to slow them down, so something like another Pokemon I'm about to mention can basically sweep them or revenge them in a sense. But yeah, we'll see what Ashido does this week as we move on to our next Pokemon, our fifth Pokemon, which is going to be Archidaugo with its Sugar Berry. Now you might be thinking, Jorge, why are you running Sugar Berry? And the reason for that is because I sort of want to also bait out either Excadrill or the Tyranitar and then bringing Earthquake. We live any one hit after rocks, or before after rocks, and we basically bomb any one of them with close combat. Bulldoze is really nice for speed control again. Excadrill and Tyranitar. Flare Bloods again is just a nuke. And the Crunch is for that Zatu. I believe, yeah, for that Zatu. I could have run Wild Charge instead for that Lapras. Should have run Wild Charge. I'm not thinking about it, but it is what it is. Running max attack, max speed, Jolly. This pretty much outspeeds a lot of his team because his team is in a weird funk. He's half his team is either in base 80 or base 60 and below, and you'll see I'm actually kind of abusing that in this game. And when we move on to our final Pokemon for this week, and that is Lockensguard, the Phalanx. We're running a Choice Bandit set. Oh my goodness, please don't do this to me. Oh no, we are now in the calculator. We are bringing... that's excellent. We are bringing, as you can see, Phalanx, Lockensguard with a Choice Bandit set, Defiant, Close Combat, Iron Hit, Rock Slides, and Headbutt. We're running max attack Adamant with 252 speed. Again, like I said before, with this we actually outspeed every single one of the 60 speed tier mons, with the exception of max speed Timid Roselia, which in my opinion does not make any sense, which is why we're running non-Jolly. This is just a monster against him. With Class Colton, nothing but besides the Zatu appreciates, and probably the Gyarados appreciates a close combat, and then everything else pretty much is weak against our other 3 stats. So this is really our main breaker for our game. Our goal in this situation is to break his team with Lockensguard and Ringo, and then let and even Arcanine, and let Fast Fish sweep in the end. Try to kill off his Tyranitar with Nigel. Go into it. Switch to the Tyranitar, click Surf, do a tremendous amount of damage, and then just chip his team away. This was actually more of an interesting battle. I battled this at school, and you'll see. Wow, what? So far back? What? So far back, guys. But yeah, this is our team for week 3. Let me know what you guys think of the team down below. But yeah, next up you'll probably see in the battle, hopefully a few days from now, because I'm recording this back to back to back. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this, make sure you smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new around here. You guys do know me as Sir Jorge D. Great. Make sure you are pressing the word of Noemetagross Eggy, and we'll catch you guys at the battle. Bye-bye.